Tokyo Expressway in Gran Turismo 7. Been there, got the t-shirt. It's probably the most difficult of the big money races in Gran Turismo 7. And in this video, I'm going to give you two builds which will help you to dominate this race in two completely different ways. Wall riding, it's a hot topic right now. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever done wall riding in Gran Turismo 7 for this race here. I've got a build which is going to work for wall riding and normal racing. It is the 86 Gr.B Rally Car. One of my favourite cars in Gran Turismo 7, and actually this is a car you have for free. This is a car that you would have got for doing all bronze on International License A. Down at the bottom there, this is the 86 Rally Car. This is the car we're going to tune. And here are the tuning settings now. I'm going to go through both of these settings. I'm going to run you through both of the races to give you some guidance as to how you can do both. The strategy is quite different between the two. So the first way we're going to do it is with the grip build. I'm going to run you through the detailed settings now. So we're going on the sports hard tyres, front and rear. Downforce is going to be maximum front and rear. No turbocharger, so just the no turbocharger at all. And all of the parts fitted here are as so. Brake balance is going to be 3 forwards, so -3. Fully customizable racing transmission. 360 is what we have it set to. We don't have anything set particularly in this, but here are the numbers on screen right now. No nitrous overtake. Here are the other settings on screen. The torque distribution, you can change this on the fly. 60-40 or 40-60 is the safest way to do it. I will probably change this during the race for me, but it's a good balance to start like this. And ride height, we are lowest we can be, 5 higher at the rear than the front. So that is the grip build. I'm going to run you through now the wall riding build, and we can see here right away, comfort medium tyres are the tyres we'll use for the wall riding. Grip isn't really such an issue. It's all about just delivering that power. And the significant thing here is the high RPM turbocharger. We are rocking 788 horsepower out of this monster, and we're just going to run round the walls and just make it happen. So first of all, we're going to switch back to the grip build, and I'm going to run you through a race guide. Fuel map wise, you don't need to worry. We have got great fuel mileage in this car. The thing you do need to worry about is don't hit any other cars. There are two ways to lose your clean race bonus, and that is touching any other car. I mean, just the slightest touch, and then going over the white lines on the final hairpin of the track. So we need to be very cautious to avoid all cars, especially in this grip build, because we're going to be in traffic for most of the race. Braking reference points is around the 200 board for most of the big braking zones. Being very cautious not to hit any of the cars. The first lap of the race is incredibly slippery, so just take extra caution through the first lap of the race. The advantage we've got over all of these other drivers in the race is that we will not pit at all. Third gear for this sequence of corners here. We're just going to stay very cautious with these cars here. We don't want to be losing that clean race bonus. That's going to really significantly impact your credit earning capability. Third gear through this sequence of corners here. Now, I find the car is quite playful. I really enjoy driving this car. I've got a tune on my channel for Le Mans World Touring Car 700, and yeah, that is fantastic. So between the 150 and the 200, about 175 is where we brake. Just wait for the car to rotate. It can be a little bit slow in that corner. If you're feeling brave and playful, you can just get on the gas, rotate the car with the throttle. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the centre diff to be a bit more 70-30. I just like the way that slides the rear a little bit more on power. If you want to get yourself a Tokyo Expressway t-shirt just like this one, shit. That was close, guys. If you want to get a t-shirt just like this one that I'm wearing right now, check below the video. There'll be some products listed below. That'll take you over to my web shop, and you can go and get yourself an amazing Tokyo Expressway t-shirt just like this one. The Japanese translation on it says nothing but walls. Now, authentically, I did it twice. I translated from English to Japanese, back to English, and then to Japanese again to get that authentic translation error. So yeah, authentic translation t-shirt. Let me know in the comments below, do you want a Tokyo Expressway t-shirt? To round out the last lap of this race, I'm going to give you a track guide again to give you the understanding of what to do when the track's dry and what this car's capable of. We could brake much later, turn much harder, and carry higher speeds through most of the corners. On the first 3 to 4 laps, I'd recommend being very cautious, but right now we can brake at the 150 board, right down the gears, all the way down to second gear, carrying the brakes around the first corner. A little bit slide on corner exit into third gear, which is fantastic. Third gear around this corner, low revs, and then exit the corner. Absolutely awesome. Into the setting sun. We're going to carry fourth gear through here. We're going to carry throttle a bit further around the corner, and then just lift to keep the car on the dry part of the track, and then back on the gas, and then just revving out, and then lift again to get the car lined up to the right hand side of the track, braking at the dotted line down to third gear and flowing through this sequence of corners. The car can slide a little bit, but it just feels perfectly in control. A lift just under the bridge, tap of the brakes, and float in there. We're a bit deep there, in fact very deep. A little bit more of a lift and a brake needed. Again, braking at the text on the line. Between 150 is where we're going to get on the brakes. Down one gear, third gear, and floating the car in. We get a little bit of tyre wear, but we don't really suffer too much with that. Third gear continuing through this sequence of corners here. And then just before the 150 board is where we're going to brake for the final big braking zone. Braking in a straight line, all the way down to first gear, scrubbing off a lot of speed. A little squirt of the throttle just to get the car rotated, getting on that gas for corner exit, and then just managing that slide. It's so good. This car is so good to drive, guys. It's enjoyable and perfectly timed. The no stop strategy, 0.9 laps of fuel left, finishing the race, and we're going to do it in 26 minutes and almost 27 minutes, so almost bang on 27 minutes. So we're going to get the win. Did we get the clean race bonus, guys? That is the question. Very difficult to do. Let's find out. So that's the results there. We didn't get the fastest lap of the race, which is expected. We went for the no stop strategy, and we're going to get the win. The GT Omega race seat. If you want anything from GT Omega, check out the links in the description below. I've got 5% discount codes for you. And we did. Look at that. Clean race bonus. Boom. There we go. So the way to get clean race bonus, avoid every other car on the track. Be very cautious in the final corner for going over track limits, and you'll be good. Now we're going wall riding. Now guys, don't underestimate wall riding. It's not just as simple as keeping it pinned. It is like everything in life. There are tactics to make things better, to make things easier, to make things faster. It's not just a skillless exercise. I was fully against wall riding after doing it a little bit, and also after seeing that NASCAR guy just ring it around the outside. It almost legitimizes wall riding. For years it's been a gaming thing, but it's actually happened in real life. Now I'm going to give you a lap guide wall riding, but first of all we're going to put the wall ride tune on the vehicle, and right away we're going to have so much power, unrestricted power, and off we go. Again, avoid cars at all costs. That is the important thing. This is going to be a one-stop strategy though. We have to snake through the first couple of cars, and then we keep it to the left-hand side. The gaps do appear. We've got to trust that the gaps will appear. But look how fast the car is, guys. We're going to be almost first into turn one. Left-hand side, and then we're going to rail it straight through turn one, which will get us into the lead of this race. Flat out, get it attached down to fourth gear, and then we're going to run the wall again in fourth gear, steering a little bit into the wall, and then we are in the lead of the race. That's going to make it easier for the clean race bonus. There are a couple of ways to do this. The first way is to drive through this corner, as we're going to do on lap 1. In fact, we understeered and touched the wall. There is a dangerous point there, so we're going to run a couple of laps to give you the lowdown on this one. And again, I'm going to get on the brakes and drive through this chicane here, because this is, in my opinion, the safest way to approach this. Next, we can get back on the gas, back into wall riding mode. We're going to connect with the outside of the corner, run around here in 4th gear, transfer over to the other wall, run around here in 4th gear, transfer to the other side of the wall. We need to get smooth transitions into the wall. 4th gear around here as well. Again, switching over 4th gear, running around the outside. Maybe we could downshift to 3rd, maybe. It can rev out a little bit too much. This is the critical part of the track. You need to be on the brakes before the 200 meter board, because we've got no grip in the tyres. Getting the car slowed right down, all the way down, really slow. Just tiptoe around this bit, because this is where you lose your clean race bonus. Later on in the video, I'm going to show you being a bit more playful in that section of the track. Obviously, there's high risk. 4-wheel drive exiting these corners is absolutely fantastic, and we've got all the power deployed to get us down the main straight and absolutely just go absolutely flat out. Already 3 seconds in the lead of this race. I'm going to switch over to fuel map. We're going to run fuel map 1 for the whole race, as we did in the other car, but we're going to need to do a mid-race pit stop around here. Now, get connected to the right-hand wall, but you're going to need to almost back off, because you need to come off the wall before you hit the pillar. So we're going to run the wall, but before we get to the pillar, we need to disconnect from the wall, because that pillar really can jut you out and ruin the car. We're going to go regular here. You can wall ride this one, but again, the jut out corner there, in my opinion, feels a bit awkward. And the cool thing about this, guys, is with the really low grip tyres, when you're doing this section of the track that isn't wall riding, you can actually have fun driving the car. I'll show you that on the next lap. So we're going to go through that 4th gear transitions again. Basically, we want to get the smoothest transitions into those walls as we can. Now, doing this for you guys, I'm putting myself on the line here. I'm going to become the laughing stock of all of the sport mode players, but I'm doing it to help you guys earn the credit. So if you are enjoying it, let me know in the comments. Make sure you like the video, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. That might have lost a clean race bonus. We'll carry on anyway. The point being, don't be an idiot like me. As always, guys, do as I say, not as I do. I'm just trying to show you what you could do with the car. Don't do that. But it's fun. You know what? It's fun versus reward, isn't it, guys? Right, this lap I'm going to do it in the hybrid wall ride mode, because in my opinion this is the most fun way to drive a lap. You've got that almost guaranteed win because you're wall riding, but you've also got a bit of playfulness in the car as well. So again, first 2 corners straight in, down to 4th gear. Same thing for the 2nd corner. And then now the middle sequence of this track is where we're going to go without wall riding, and we're going to just play with the car, because the car slides around and it's so much fun to drive. It's a little bit like the Le Mans build. You remember that, guys, where the car's just fun to drive. Very slow into the hairpin. So you can slide the car at the hairpin, but you have to be super slow. I was driving this back to back with the other tune, and honestly, I felt I was driving the wrong car. I forgot. Half race distance. It is a one-stop strategy, so we're going to drop into the pits right now. Into the pits, absolutely flat out. We're going to put another set of comfort medium tyres on, and we're just going to probably just fill the tank, because why would we risk running out of fuel? while we're filling up the car, if you do want a t-shirt like mine, a Tokyo Expressway t-shirt, have a look below the video. There's some product descriptions, product links below. Go and check those out. We've got a full tank of fuel now, and we're going to finish off this race. The problem you'll face with wall riding and using this technique is that you have no cars to deal with at the start of the race. However, lap traffic will become a problem towards the end of the race, and the same still applies. You have to make sure you do not touch the cars at all, but luckily we can just go to the outside and rail around the outside and not really cause too many problems. We just need to make sure that we are calculated with our passing of the cars. So if you can see them drifting out to the edge of the track, we need to make sure we back off and don't smash into the back of them. So this is a very dangerous situation. We're approaching lap traffic, and this is where the car isn't the best to drive. Look, we can get alongside them on the brakes. In this situation, just give them plenty of space. We'll just pass them on the straight. There's no point battling with this guy. All the horsepowers in the world. We might lose a second here or there, but it's nothing in comparison to losing the clean race bonus. However, I think I've already lost that clean race bonus with my fail at the start of the race. Oh, that was the final lap of the race. I didn't catch that at all. So we're going to cross the line 25.5 minutes, so about a minute 30 faster than we can without wall riding. Did we get the clean race bonus? I think I might have thrown it away with track limits. So there's the time on screen right now. What did we get for the reward? And we didn't get the clean race bonus, which is a bit annoying, and I'm 100% sure it's due to track limits at the final hairpin. So there we have it, guys. We've got two incredible tunes for the 86 Gr.B Rally Car to absolutely dominate Tokyo Expressway. Whether you want to wall ride or whether you want to try and drive a normal racing line and drive cleanly, it's completely up to you. Both of these tunes work really well. I think the wall riding method is by far the fastest, although the clean race bonus is probably harder to guarantee. Although in the grip build, you've got a lot of cars to deal with, you've got a lot of cars to pass. So again, clean race bonus is also a bit of a risk. If you have enjoyed this video, then make sure you smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed. Go and check out my Tokyo Expressway t-shirt below the video. It'll be linked in the products. Also in the description is links to GT Omega to get you 5% off anything at GT Omega. Go and check that stuff out. Thank you very much for watching, guys. On screen right now will be another video which is going to help you earn credits, get faster, or just enjoy Gran Turismo 7 more than you have done before. So go and check those out, and we'll catch you in the next one.